25. That's how many condos went under contract on the Barrier Island last month. A year ago, 11. More than double the buyer activity in the segment that everyone wrote off as the slow corner of this market. And if you own a property in 32963, this video will tell you exactly what that means for you. Welcome back to the Island Market Report. I'm Scott Reynolds with the Reynolds Team at Compass, and every month I break down what's really happening in the Vero Beach Barrier Island market. Single family homes first, then condos, comparing the numbers year over year. So you're seeing real trends, not seasonal noise. And if you own a home on the island or you're thinking about it, subscribe and tap the bell. This data moves fast, and I don't want you making a 6 or 7 figure decision on last quarter's information. I'm also going to go through the first half of 2026 and the first half of 2025. The numbers might surprise you and give you the real story of where the market is headed. Let's start with single family. The inventory is at 165 homes for sale. Last year at this time, we had 223. That is down 26%. This is the tightest June we have seen in years. Closed sales were at 27 homes sold last month versus 35 a year ago, down about 23%. But context matters. June's closings are May's contracts. 35 homes went under contract in June versus just 24 last year. That is up 46%. Contracts are next month's closings, so buyer activity didn't slow down, it queued up. Months of inventory, 4.7. A year ago, 9.3, cut in half in 12 months. We're definitely in neutral territory and trending towards the seller side. Homes closed last month at just 81% of their original list price. That means the average seller gave back nearly $1.05 where they started, and we can't blame the market. Look at the listing site. The median asking price on the island right now sets near $2 million, yet they are all closing at well below that. Buyers are active, but they are disciplined. They know the numbers. The sellers winning right now are the ones who price correctly on day one. Generate competition in the first 2 weeks and negotiate from strength. If you're a buyer, that 81% number is your opening. Homes that have been sitting for 90 plus days are your leverage. But a correctly priced listing, you're competing with cash buyers who move fast. Now the condo market, the story of the month. Inventory 154 condos for sale, down 22% from last year's 198. Just like single family, the supply is tightening. Closed sales, 22, up 22% from a year ago. And the number I opened the show with, 25 under contract versus 11 last June. That is up 127%. More than double the buyer activity year over year. Last month, I told you condos were the steadier, slower train. This month, that train picked up speed. Condo sellers keep doing what you're doing. Condos closed at 90% of their original list price, 9 points better than a single family. Condo sellers on the island have stayed disciplined on pricing, and the market is rewarding that discipline. Months of inventory, 6.2. Still a hair inside the buyer's market territory, but for perspective, that number was 18 a year ago. The condo market has moved 2/3 of its supply in 12 months. Buyers showed up for condo sellers. Pent-up demand and better pricing doubled the contract activity. Condition and presentation still matter, but closing at 90% of original list price proves correct pricing works. If you're a condo buyer, this is still the better negotiating environment on the island, but I said still for a reason. 6.2 months of supply, down from 18. That door is closing faster than anyone expected. Time for a mid-year checkpoint comparing the first half of 2026 to the first half of 2025. Homes sold, 353 versus 267 in the first half of last year. That's up 32%. Total sales volume north of $500 million. That is up more than 35% over the first half of 2025. And the inventory finished June at 319 homes, down 24% from a year ago. Last summer, the island was carrying 12 months of supply, a deep buyer's market. Today, it's 5.3, a third more homes sold, over $100 million more in volume on a quarter less inventory. A strong signal that the market has turned. In summary, single family supply is down, contracts are up, and we're one step away from a seller's market. But pricing discipline is key. Condos, the sleeper woke up. Contracts doubled, supply fell, and the sellers secured 90% of the ask. Zooming out, the first half of 2026 saw more sales, increased volume, and shrinking inventory compared to 2025. Overall, the market is rewarding pricing discipline. But is my home priced right isn't the only thing worth asking. Is my home in front of the right out-of-town buyers ready to move is equally important. Don't underestimate the power of marketing. So is the first half of the year better or worse than you expected? Drop your take in the comments. And if you want to know what these numbers mean for your property, reach out to the Reynolds team of Compass. We'll show you exactly what your home would do in this market and exactly which buyers we would put it in front of. I'm Scott Reynolds, and I'll see you next month with July's numbers.